Aslema, bonjour.
Monsieur Kiril parlera en anglais.
Okay, sorry, but all the other stories will be in English or in Russian if I forget English words. First of all, let me tell you about my way, how to become a cosmonaut, in Russia. All in all, now several countries have their own space agencies. These are European Space Agency, NASA, American Space Agency, JAXA from Japan, and there is also space agency in India and in China. There are some other space agencies who also have their own space programs, but I telling about the human flights. So those are the countries who are directly involved in those. So I cannot tell you about every country and how does the process of becoming an astronaut or cosmonaut goes on there, but I can tell you something about Russia. So, it's in Russian this time. А у нас есть на арабском? You got another one in Arabic. I think it will be more clear for you. Okay, I will translate. So here is the approximate list of the education that is required to become a cosmonaut. So all in all, you can be an engineer in whatever sphere, whatever kind of engineer is welcome to try to become a cosmonaut, and also natural scientists and medical specialists. Yeah, I think that's in these three we can combine all this list. And there are also some anthropometric limits, but those are for all the equipment. Now new vehicles, new spacesuits are being designed, and probably in future the limits of height and weight and everything, they will be extended. But now there are the limits of height, of weight, and I mean, all in all, a candidate should be healthy, educated, and just be a good man. Next picture, please. So those are stages of selection. Okay, that's boring. Let's go further. Можно дальше? Можно дальше. So I'll tell you just a few words. We can stop at this one. So you cannot prepare to fly to space. I mean, the preparation for the exact mission lasts for like 2 years when you're already a cosmonaut and you went through initial training. But you cannot get prepared to become a cosmonaut just like in a week or in a year or in 2 years. And I would say that this is just a certain way of life which finally makes you to this point where you can apply and be successful at this application. I will just tell you one example which I had. I was interested in electronics since I was little, and this was not the interest like a hobby, but this was an interest when I went just passed by the shops who sold like electronic components and all this stuff. I was wondering like what are those little things for, and they look so nice, and it's probably a lot of fun working with them. But I didn't try to go deeper in this thing. But later, like 2-3 months before going for the selection process to become a cosmonaut, I bought a book for kids. It's like something like electronics for kids. Just an initial knowledge, initial practice in electronics. I read it a little bit. I by the time I went there, I didn't finish the book. I just got to a page with the description of how to find the malfunction in a in device and how to find the malfunction. So, and I was really surprised when I came to this room. It was like the third day of the selection process, and my first task was to find the malfunction in an electrical circuit. And I didn't buy this book to get prepared for this task. I didn't know that this task will be there. This was just my curiosity for this life around, and that's what I'm saying. What I'm meaning about like the whole life preparation. That you just take like every piece of knowledge, every piece of experience, and you never know where you can use it. And I think this thing is applicable for everybody's life. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you never know when you can need some certain piece of knowledge. Okay, we can go further. Just a second. So when you went through the selection process and you're assigned to be a candidate cosmonaut, you start a so-called initial space training, probably something like that from Russian. This is a two-year period. You become a student again, and like most of the time you spend like this. You just read books, learn how to operate all these things. This is Soyuz spacecraft inside. Yes, and except reading books and passing hundreds of exams, like for this period for 2 years, you pass about like 2 to 3 exams every week. So, and you live in this in this rhythm, like you live in this rhythm for 2 years, and it's sometimes it's a little bit it's hard, but it's not boring. And so if it's not boring, then you don't care. Then it's hard. You just go through it and you enjoy the process. But except passing these all tests and exams, we also get a lot of practical knowledge and operational skills, such as like operating spacecraft, working with cameras. Also, we go to different scientific research centers where people who make space science, they explain us why we fly to space, what experiments do we perform there, and what results are we waiting from them, and so what is all this for? I would say. Можно дальше. Yeah, this is a Soyuz spacecraft. And but the part that is the funnest part is so-called special training, and there are some things that you cannot find anywhere else except there, being a cosmonaut. So as I told, just imagine you pass 2 to 3 exams and tests every week for 2 years long, and except this, together with this, you go through all this training. So this is one of these things. This is a how to translate surda-camera to English? So this is an isolated room. You stay there for, it's like 2 by 3 meters. This is an isolated room, 2 by 3 meters. You stay there for 72 hours, and you stay there 64 hours without sleeping. And for these 64 hours, you go through different psychological tests, like physical, maths test, some творческие задания. Yeah, some you do some art, like they ask you to create your portrait or make like a toy space craft, which you imagine we will have in 500 years or something like that. And you can take some things there that will help you to stay awake. So I took a guitar, but after like 50 hours without sleeping, I couldn't play it. I was just walking from one corner to another and trying not to fall asleep. It's interesting experience. And except this, we have survival training in different conditions, like in winter, somewhere in forest, in a desert in the summer. By the way, this is a nice way to get some water in deserts. This water doesn't taste good, but if you have nothing else, then it's not bad. This is a water survival in case of splashdown. This is a Soyuz spacecraft inside. Quite comfortable. And this is also part of water survival training, some mountain training. And this, I think one of the, if we take the special types of training, and this is one of the most exciting. This is a special parachute training. And during this training, we not only jump with the parachute and learn how to do this. Actually, we don't need this because space capsules, they have parachutes, but we don't operate them. They just open themselves, hopefully. Here we solve some cards, some little logical or math problems that we put on our arm. So after you exit the airplane, start to fall, stabilize your flight, then you open your card and start to solve it. When you solve it, you get 3 digits, enter it in a locker, and your parachute opens. That's why there are not so many columns. It's a joke. I always tell it. I like. Wait a second. It's not about solving the exact problem. It's about to be able to. I wouldn't say relax. You can't relax while you're flying towards the ground. Just to be focused on a certain task and. While you solve this task, you should not think about anything else. You should be logical. In this case, when you fall from an airplane, you know that you have at least 1 minute when nothing will happen with you. So everything, at least 1 minute, everything will be fine. And during this minute, you have this task to be solved, and you should be concentrated on that. So that's interesting part of training. And I have a little video. I will show it later when we finish with the slides. When you solve all these things, you have a microphone in your helmet, and you should tell everything that goes around. You should tell your answer for this task. And then after you land, the ground specialists, our instructors, psychologists, they check the answers and just do their job. Also we do some scuba diving, and that's not because the Earth is flat and all the space is made in a swimming pool. That's because to work in a swimming pool, to get prepared for extracurricular activities, you need to be qualified as a diver, as a professional diver. This is just a requirement. So first we get a diver's license, and then we can work in these suits that look like they weight like suits for EVA, for extracurricular activities, for to work in open space, and they feel the same because there is a the suits are pressurized, and each compression of the arm is like 20 kilograms of force. And you work there in a pool. You work like for 4 or 5 hours, and in space you work for 7 to 8 hours. And so to get prepared for these loads, we do this thing. And those are real pictures, by the way. So also we do some zero-G flights on a specially designed aircraft. And we get used to zero G and learn how to live there, how to act, how to move from one surface to another, and how to move and not hurt ourselves. Uh, and we have a little of flights on training jets. And I was a civil aviation pilot before becoming a cosmonaut, so I love this part of training because it reminds me of my previous life. So here's another boring slide in Russian, and it tells us about what do we do on board the ISS. All in all, ISS is a big science laboratory, and we work there as a как лаборант будет? And we work there as research assistants. So cosmonauts are not scientists, most of them. And there are many experiments are held on board ISS, and you can divide them into fundamental science of nature around, and another big theme is the technologies that will help us to go further in space. I would translate it like that. And also educational tasks and some like informing people about what do we do there. And another big piece of work is just maintaining this laboratory, because it's not only laboratory, it's also our house, our home. And like every house, sometimes something is broken there, like the light goes out, or you have a leaking plumbing thing or whatever. And so we are lab assistants, we are electricians, we are plumbers, and a little bit of pilots. And those are some pictures just from daily routine operations. That's how it. This is how it looks. What it looks like on board. Actual work. Yeah. And this is all our crew. And all in all, space station is built to perform researches to make life on our planet better and for better understanding of the world around. And I hope that space exploration will become more and more international. And this is just a nice picture. And now let's watch some videos. I think it will be more. I like it more than looking at pictures. Where is this one with the? Okay, let's start with the zero-G flight on the right. So this is what it looks like on board the aircraft, which creates zero-G. Yeah, it's really fun. It's, you know, some people pay big money to do this, and we get paid. And can we watch the? Yeah. But first I will describe. Can you pause it for a second? На паузу можно на секунду? На паузу. So I made this video. So in a black helmet, it's me, and I combined the voice from the mic inside the helmet with a video from camera on my instructor's helmet. And so we got this video so we can see like from like the first person view almost the way it goes on there. So yeah, that's it. I'm just explaining what I'm doing right now, checking altitude and everything. Now I go through this task on my arm. Thankfully, I will not have to do this again. What else? Может, вот есть видео длинное, которое про туалет. Я лучше дам микрофон, чтобы вы перевели попутно, потому что я так быстро не успею рассказать. Там с русского. Ну, с пояснениями было бы проще, наверное. С пояснениями все-таки проще. Okay, this is a video of it's one of the vital systems of the space station. This is, and I will give a word to my colleague because he's professional at certain things, and I have not spoken language to translate it. So there will be an explanation. На видео я рассказываю,
Да.
можно, ну, это переводить, может,
Да.
не все, но просто основное.
Последовательно получается, да. И спокойно я потом перевожу. Окей. Да, я вас слушаю.
Звезды консервируются путем герметизации их ветвей. Заглянем в нашу табличку уборную. Вот или он же простонародный туалет.
Donc, vous avez ici face à vous une toilette dans une station spatiale et il va vous montrer comment justement se fait le processus des toilettes, que ce soit avec l'aisselle.
Путем герметизации их ветвей, после того, как она наполнена, урина консервируется с помощью.
Я понял, я могу комментировать, если хотите.
Okay, I will do it myself.
Хорошо.
Надо было отрепетировать сначала.
Смотри,
Не удалось.
говорите, может,
Там описание такое хорошее. Я просто думал, что, ну, может, получится как-то его сразу перевести.
Я
но
могу...
это слишком...
Нет, я могу комментировать, сходить. Дайте мне вот эту платформу.
Да я сам сейчас расскажу.
Хорошо.
Ну, давайте уже, я так, ну, в словах просто.
Окей.
Okay, so it's improvisation. This is a toilet. This is a liquid waste funnel and solid waste waste receiver. And so solid waste is stored in this metal bucket, which you can see, and liquid waste goes to kind of the same bucket behind the panel, and it is in preserved the sulfur acid, and then recycled to get some water, technical water, to make oxygen from the smoke. And now I will just demonstrate how it works. So there is a fan which creates airflow, and this airflow transfers the waste. So this is how the way the funnel works.
داخله في كوميونيكاسيون.
This is the way the solid waste container works.
صوت صوت
There is a plastic bag,
لا باش نحط صوت.
Here goes smoke and make solid waste to get inside this bag. And as you understand, the smoke on the top is like pressurized. So after you finish, after you're done with this thing, you just pull this red rope and the bag goes inside the bucket and you wait. Here are these holes which help the air to go through. This is the way it works. Новый мешок закрывает крышку. Then you turn it off. Check if you run off the red lights. The system functions okay. And that's it. It's ready for the next use. And this is it may sound strange, but this is one of the most vital life support system on board the station. Because if you lose, imagine that you lose all power on board. If you lose all power, then you will exceed the CO2 limit. So CO2 will kill you in like 2 weeks. You will run out of oxygen in like a month. I mean the volume of the station. But what will you do with the waste? It can make life on board the station impossible in a couple of days. So, and there is no way to put this waste anywhere else. So it's really not system. Okay, let's work the physical exercise. 2 hours a day, we do physical exercises, and we do this not only to stay in shape, but to stay alive when we come back. Because the cardiovascular system degrades much during the flight because of zero G. And if you need to make the heart to pump the blood through your body, because you have no loads when you're in zero G, and your pulse will never exceed 70 or something like that. So you have to spend about an hour on a treadmill every day. And another hour is scheduled for powerlifting and powerlifting or bicycle. This is a powerlifting. So in American name, this is favorite. So this one thing is it works for the whole gym. You can do whatever exercises. Treadmill looks like this. So you use this rubbers and a belt. So it's hours attached to a belt. And this structure helps to create something like gravity. So it pushes you towards the treadmill and then walk with it. And so this is the way your body remembers that
legs and what do you have for?
Oui.
Another interesting thing about zero G is that there are no such things like up, down, left, right. I mean, there are these words, but we have a floor, it is going the way, and ceiling is there with the lights. But every surface can be used to work, to move. So you live to operate not a square. You operate not a square, but you operate in a volume. And it changes everything. It's hard to explain, and this was a big surprise when I got up there. It's really mind-blowing. It's impossible to explain it. Words only when you feel it and you ask questions. And now some. Some more. Let's have some fun. This is a drop of water, big drop of water, very next zero. This is just water, just drinking water. This video is a little bit longer than it should be. So as we see, the water doesn't fall into the down. But if you use the surface tension, you are into another interesting thing that all metal parts, this thing is not touching anything, nothing stops the vibration. So it doesn't make a musical instrument for anyone. And this is how you can spend free time in space and have some fun. You need only a bottle of water and some imagination. And it's fun, but it's also a science, because no matter how you rotate this bottle, no matter the speed rotation, no matter the direction, every time it turns into this. And I'm sure you can describe it from the math point of view, but I'm not so good at mathematics. But it looks can we jump into one scope for a couple of minutes?
تنجم تطفي الضوء جست
Last 2 years, people usually ask about what are the most beautiful things in space. For me, the most beautiful things are thunderstorms and aurora lights. Probably the best. And, I don't really know on this. I have some thunderstorms. So this video is taken on 50mm lens, that means that this is the way it looks when we look out of the window with a naked eye. That's really strange, really, because it looks like it's not 100 kilometers. It looks like it's really close. But it is
Не все видели почти. Ну, кроме этого последнего. شوفني الكل. ليش شوفنيش؟ Не все видели.
Okay, just trust me.
And now, if you have any questions, I will be happy to share with you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peskov. It was really inspiring.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous passons maintenant à une session de questions-réponses. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a Q&A session. Please feel free to ask any question.
Hello, everybody. First of all, thank you so much for coming here in Tunisia and sharing with us your experience. I have two questions. I heard you in the City of Science talk about the stress resilience and how to be calm under extreme pressure. So my question is how to master this technique. And my second question is there any possibility for Tunisian student to collaborate in some scientific project? So because in the City of Science, I wasn't able to ask, there is a lot of people. But thank you, Madame Marine told me that there is another opportunity to come today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for about mastering the stress, I think every person has everybody has their own techniques, and there is no universal technique. But if we speak about Cosmos, then they just put us into situations where we learn how to work with stress. And it's hard to describe, but I would say that just not thinking about bad things is like the main thought. For example, if you think about parachute, then during falling down, you might, instead of solving the problem, you might think that the parachute may not open, or you can do something wrong with the controls, and you can hit the ground or whatever. You can think about these things, and this will not let you to solve the task. But if you come to this logically, like you have a minute at least of falling down, nothing will happen. You will not hit the ground sooner than this minute will be over. So you have at least this minute to go through this task. And so during this training, you learn to be logical in this situation. And we are not fearless because every fear, this is a protection for our body, for our mind, and everybody has fear, but it can look different, and it can find you in different moments. It can find you in a moment of danger, or it can find you later in a couple of days. And it's better for it to find you later. When you sit at home, you're safe, and then you think, wow, what did I do this for? I will never go back again. And then you just calm down, go through these motions, and come back to work. And about collaboration, this is a great question because we are meeting with your boss teachers, with those who are actually focused here. I told that I performed many experiments on board, ideas which I got from the students from universities, and these experiments were not official, and they did not take any equipment, any complicated equipment or anything. I just made some simple things like a bottle of water. It's just a scientific instrument if you use it in the right way. And I will be happy to work with these initiatives if I get them from your country, from students of your country. I will be happy to do as much as I can to create some ideas, bring them to life, and bring some experience. And for example, there was one experiment which was offered by students from city where I grew up. She offered to create a disc with blades of different blades with different shape on this disc. This disc should be rotated, and those blades should catch the drops of water hanging in the air. And I should take pictures and videos of how these drops will act when they hit the blades. I spent a lot of time doing this thing because you cannot go to a shop, buy everything, and use this thing. You should find something that you don't need anymore, some equipment or some even pieces of paper. You cannot use whatever you find. So everything is strict, and we are really limited materials. But I found the materials, created this equipment, and it turned to be that they made a scientific work about the possibility of creating a new type of refueling techniques for orbital vehicles. And I don't know how did they do this from this, paper made. Paper made, it looks like a toy or whatever in a kindergarten, but it's also science. So science can be done even from personal initiative, and the main thing is the ideas. So I will be really happy if we get ideas, we can discuss them. When I have,
Even in biology, for example, how plants.
in biology, it will be more difficult because we need to know what we can bring there and what we can do there. But there is also a chance to do something. But I'm not.
I study plant engineering. So
I would be happy to do this, but we are not allowed to bring any biological objects there.
Thank you, Mr. Peskov. Any other questions? Please, due to the lack of time, we'll have one question per person.
Hi, thank you for choosing Tunisia. So my question was, how long did it take to get back your balance and reflexes after landing?
I think 2 months is a period when you get completely recovered. And the first several days, personal for everyone. And I was lucky enough with my yeah, so I felt quite good. I didn't feel sick, didn't have any headache, and I could balance, I could walk on myself. But if I tried to watch some girls while walking, I could fall. So my doctor, physical training instructor, my man helped me to not to fall. But in like 3 or 4 days, I could walk, I could watch girls. I was fine.
Another question?
Thank you again for coming here to our school, to SUP'COM. It really means a lot for us. I hope that you're used to walking now after spending 5 months without walking in space. So my question is about the future of the ISS. Maybe we know that in nearly 2030 we will have no space station ISS. So what is the program for the Russians? Are they going to build their own like the Chinese? Thank you.
ISS is going to fly at least until 2030, but now it's going to design until 2032 at least, because it's a hard task to build a new station, and so time margins always move to the right, ours, Americans, and everyone, because we always encounter some problems. But yeah, Russia is gonna build. We're gonna build our own station. It will be a national space station, but Roscosmos is open for cooperation with other countries. And as I'm informed, this cooperation can include experiments by themselves, developing scientific equipment for these experiments, or maybe developing the whole modules, on board ISS. Now we have Columbus European module, Japanese module, and American segment, Russian segment. So maybe we will cooperate, and this station also will be started as a national station, and then later it will become also international with other countries participating in it with their modules. But this, it's not my level to discuss these questions. But I hope so. It would be cool, really, because more people we bring there, more ideas they bring with them, and more effective our work is, and better life on Earth will become. Yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, we're gonna start to build our national station in 2028, according to the latest plans. This is the time when the first module should be launched. But maybe it will happen a little bit later, like a year or two.
Thank you, Mr. Peskov, for coming today and inspiring us with your stories. So basically, I have 2 questions. As a part of the crew mission, you went to the ISS station. What was one of the most problems you faced? It might be technical or in engaging with other engineers right there. And also, if you would give one piece of advice to someone who wants to follow this path, what would it be? Thank you.
Oh, thankfully, we didn't have any technical or other problems during the flight, and there was some discomfort, but it's nothing bad. Like we were prepared for everything. Well, at least I can speak about myself. I didn't feel bad, and I knew what to expect. I mean, about the comfort and about problems which I can encounter. So everything was fine. And about the advice, I would say that the hardest thing is not the flight, but waiting for the flight and going through this training. And sometimes you meet some obstacles which can just grow up without any reasons that depend on you. And you need somehow to go through those things and like cheer up and don't give up and just follow your dream, follow your goal, and continue work to work, even if there is a chance that you will never fly anywhere or whatever other bad thing. And those situations, they happen no matter if you're a cosmonaut or whoever else. Every person in every life meets some circumstances that do not depend on us, and keeping like staying alive through those moments and continue to live, continue to work, continue to dream, create, and so on, so on. This is the like art of life, and I wish that everyone find their way to be strong during these moments. And this is the only advice, that we should be strong through these moments when situation does not depend on us.
Okay. Hi, sir. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it personally. So I have a very specific question concerning interns. Do you accept interns, especially international ones like us Tunisians? Even in like small projects, just in the field of space?
I'm not sure. I think this question should be addressed for our people who respond for education. I fly, I don't fly, I'm flying, I don't fly. I don't know any other things. And I can make some little experiments. I can verify stations.
Good evening. Thank you, sir, for your very enlightening presentation. So my question is, how hard is it to cope with life after, exactly with life on Earth after spending more than 140 days on the space station?
Well,
and what are the challenges that you faced?
That's fine here, sometimes water falls from the sky. That's a really nice option. But if to speak seriously, the hardest thing, I think, was that there on board the station, you work according to the plan which is sent to you from the ground every day. Like every operation is written there. And then when you come home, you have many things broken. You have many things to do with with your house, with your paperwork and everything. You have many things, and you're waiting for a plan, that somebody will give you the plan, but nobody will. You should make this plan yourself, and you understand it, but you don't do anything like for a couple of days, and that's a strange feeling. Just to come back to this Earth life, and to take responsibility for your plans for yourself.
Hello, thank you for being here, and thank you for the presentation. I think in your language you say spasiba, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, that's great. So I guess my first question is, part of the talk, part of the goal is to sort of foster partnership between Russia and Tunisia in a certain way, especially in terms of technology. So I'm interested to know what kind of technology are you looking to implement, given that Russia has already an ecosystem that's pretty developed? Are you looking for research? Are you looking for practical implementation locally? What can Tunis offer you? That's my first question. And my second question is the food any good, like in space?
Yeah, the food is fine. By the way, I will answer the question and later show you what it looks like. About what tourists can offer, I think something at least. I'm not sure about like all the knowledge you got, all the knowledge you have, but I'm sure about that the more people involved, more ideas we get, and more effective the work is. But all different, and everybody has their own mind and their own approach to solve the problems. So if we combine those approaches, then we get better results. And I can't make any exact examples, but I'm sure that if we cooperate, then we can do some good things. About the food. Okay, but please don't try to open it and try to eat. Okay, I think it's out of the time limits anyway. So I will just tell you and then just give you around the rows so you can touch and see what it looks like. So this is what bread looks like. It's quite old right now. The bread on board is fine. This is just for demonstration. So we have these cans. We have smaller and we have here. I don't have a bigger one. I think I was hungry one moment probably. I don't know where is it, but this one's here. So this is a cup of tea. So you can see maybe the tea over there. So you put water inside, then you cut it right here, take the tube out and drink. The same thing with soup. So this is a plate of soup. And this is beef and potatoes, and mashed potatoes. So most of the food we eat, mostly it contains water. So if you remove the water, then you get this amount. So this is like it's enough to have a good lunch. Yeah. Okay, I will just give it to look around. Maybe one more for the row. So, just to you can look at and pass it like whatever. Here. Okay, please eat it. Okay.
Hello. Thanks for coming here and visiting us today. It was a pleasure meeting you. My question is, how do astronauts sleep in space, and is it any different from sleeping on Earth?
Yeah, sure. That's a big difference, completely different feeling. The closest comparison, I think, is if you relax in water, it feels kind of the same, but not the same. But it's close. So we use sleeping bags. We get inside the sleeping bag. Sleeping bag is attached to some surface, not to fly away, and so you just get on the sleeping bag, just like a usual sleeping bag for tourism, and that's it. You just relax and sleep. The only thing is that if you try to reach more comfort by rotating, sometimes when you go to sleep, you try to lay down on one side and on the other. And when I tried to do this in space, I thought that I would feel more comfortable, but no, it's it doesn't matter. The way you change your orientation in a space, like you don't have any up or down. And during first couple of nights, it was a little bit disappointing that I cannot change anything. But then I learned that you need just to relax and fall asleep, and it's a wonderful feeling because it feels much more comfortable than on the ground. You cannot have any uncomfortable position, so you wake up next morning and you like your leg hurts or arm hurts or whatever. So it's always comfortable, and you have a really good rest when you sleep there.
Thank you, everyone, for your questions. Unfortunately, we cannot take all the questions. I'm sorry for that. Now we'll take a picture with Mr. Peskov.
passer les dédicaces et après ceux qui restent prend les photos. Ok. Quand on termine les dédicaces, on va.
And when you finish with the food, please.
Please remain seated.
The last one, please bring it. I think to this table. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your questions. For coming here.
Please remain seated for the photo.
There's a big diversity.
Please remain seated. We'll have a picture all together. S'il vous plaît, restez à vos places. Asseyez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît, restez assis dans vos places. Voilà, juste.